Now, for any of the people who've been able to successfully qualify for this one, you have 100 cents, I believe it is, coming up tomorrow, to basically pay 500 tokens to get yourself into the event if you want to. But if you were trying out these things, there's one people have been having some trouble with, and that says 7 perfect runs. And like, it's a pretty weird one because perfect runs are basically things where you have to drive incredibly smooth and not hit walls and edges. But the problem is with 7 of them required, people are running into a problem with obviously the length of time on the track. Uh, One really, really kind of boring way to get this thing. Definitely don't spend 50 tokens per on this for 7 yeah, perfect runs. Is just put the car in towards practice and yeah, leave it on touch drive and effectively don't do anything to the car. Like, touch drive, whilst it's incredibly careful and it doesn't go particularly fast or anything, the one thing touch drive always does is effectively drive on that perfect run path. Now, you can attempt to do this as well by driving around this track incredibly slowly, but the thing is, if you drive around too slowly, then it doesn't actually count towards perfect runs. I think the actual official speed for it has to be 80% of the car's maximum speed to count as a perfect run. Now, for this, I'm not going to touch a single thing in terms of any controls or any actual like inputs and stuff with this. It literally just to show off the easiest way with this car at 0 stars, and yeah, that's 2 perfect runs already on the first couple of corners. If you notice them popping up on the right hand side, and there's number 3. Like I said, it is just one of those things where this track is pretty difficult to get them just because of like the amount of like weird obstacles and stuff around the place. There's number 4. And yeah, like I said, I noticed a couple of people in club and on Discord were chatting about it being difficult to actually do it. There's number 5. And yeah, it is just one of those things where I would say, like, if there was anything difficult about it, just yeah, to try and do that. But I just said I'd put up this run of there's number 6, and yeah, this is gonna go sneaking here, but it'll do it perfectly, like incredibly slowly, but perfectly for the sake of getting this achievement and quest done. Like, that's one of the main things I'd always say is whenever you get a goal like that, and the game is asking you to like specifically do one thing, like be it the 360s, you could just do those as well in the same kind of way. Just take a run and completely deliberately just do 360s, and yeah, kind of ignore the fact that you're going to fail horribly when it comes to the time and such. But at least that ticks our boxes for the quests and gets us those extra rewards. So yeah, again, just like definitely do not use the 150 tokens on this one if you're having trouble with that. Just like, it couldn't be easier because there's no other track cars on that track. So put yourself in there and put it on a touch drive and just leave the controller down for 2 minutes, and it'll save yourself 50 tokens per time. All right, yeah, that's pretty much it for this for the next day or so. Because like, if you've qualified, that's fantastic. See how you kind of place into a group. I know that quite a lot of people have been getting placed into groups with odd things. I personally kind of dislike that car quite a lot, and yeah, I haven't placed particularly well. But at the same time, I've seen people speaking about like getting crazy high timed people inside their groups, which I didn't seem to. Just I qualified on my second group. I yeah, failed horribly in the first one. That ghost gives some crazy performance issues. I really genuinely, like, I was not expecting that in the slightest. I had it where whenever the ghost would come in contact with my car, I would lose control of it. And yeah, there was twice where it just passed through me and I ended up bouncing off a wall. So fantastic stuff. But yeah, I just said I'd throw together, like I said, a video on those qualifications. The other practice goals there are just to complete the run in 1 minute and 19 seconds. Chances are, if you did manage to qualify, you should be able to probably get that. And the other one that was strange on this is just to do 6 360s. So again, just like, if you're having difficulty doing that, just take a time and like bring the car into a thing and just do 360s anywhere on the track. It doesn't have to be like on jumps or ramps or anything. you can just literally just double tap the brake and at 6 points during it. So you've got a race that's like 2 minutes long. You should be able to put those in there, even if, like I said, that's the only thing that you do in there, because it's definitely worth it. Because even with these event packs, you can get blueprints and epic import parts inside there for the actual Techrules. But otherwise, here you have 6 blueprints at the end of this, and should be close enough to bringing you up towards 10 if you were to use those relay packs. Now, I'm not using relay packs on this. I'm just kind of seeing how this event plays out a bit, because realistically, when this involves PvP elements to it, I'm not exactly confident or competitive in those areas. So I'm going to see what I can do, hope for the best, kind of prepare for the worst, and possibly see if I can get that car. And yeah, like, it's a nice enough car, but I said this, I mentioned this in a bunch of the comments on my videos. People were asking what I kind of thought about that car in terms of spending tokens and stuff to unlock it. Keep in mind, if you spend tokens to unlock it, you may gear it up, and then somebody that's in your group might spend more tokens than you to gear it up. So, like, this Grand Prix is pretty weird, because you're not like using tokens to boost yourself up against like a goal or a certain time that you need to get to. You're literally spending tokens up against the other people in your group. And like, if you spend a certain amount of tokens and then somebody else in your group decides to do more, what you're going to do is ending up playing like token chicken until somebody loses. And the thing is, you're going to lose badly, like, if that goes on for quite a bit inside the group. So for this one, I'm just generally kind of staying away from it a small bit. I'm going to do what I can in terms of the event, but if I do not get this car, I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm not a huge fan of the way this handles, but I'm going to kind of wait and see how this one plays out, especially when we potentially have the Rimac around the corner. And as myself and Ziggy have mentioned in our long videos, that Rimac event effectively kind of demands that a player would have 5,000 tokens to come away from it with the support cars and with the actual Rimac itself. So given the fact that this is going to be an A-class car unlocked at 1 or 2 stars, and the Rimac event is going to be a whole special event for 5k tokens, I would advise anyone who's sort of around that 5,000 mark to maybe consider banking them for now and not spending on this. But it's just my advice. If you like the look and feel of that car, go for it. Good luck, and I'll probably see you in a group. So if you get me inside your finals, it should be an easy win. But yeah, other than that, guys, yeah, good luck on the track. And like I said, just remember the fact that you're using tokens against other players in this one. So try to resist going too crazy with that, because all you're going to end up doing is, like I said, playing token chicken with another actual player, and you'll just end up kind of breaking each other's stash. So, alright, guys, good luck. Sub button up here over my head as always. There's other videos for me here and here. And yeah, I try and cover as much Asphalt stuff as possible, as well as some other indie games and something else there. It's probably Asphalt related. But yeah, guys, good luck.